We brand a commodity which is basically home linen.
My father was the founder of our company. He started very young with this enormous passion, always searching for beauty, quality, and to make the most extraordinary shoes in the world.
There is a certain, how to say, perfection in the way that, the lapel sits, on the chest, and the way that, the sleeve joins, the jacket. There's a certain, how to say, cleanliness. Brioni's jacket is very, very clean, very impeccable.
I nostri genitori volevano che noi fossimo educate, ci dicevano sempre che dovevamo andare d'accordo, essendo 5 come le 5 dita della mano.
Altagamma is the foundation of the Italian brands that are positioning in the highest segment of the market, whatever the industrial sector.
We represent 9 European luxury brands, Bottega Veneta, Canali, Etro, Jascavalli and Tumi.
The mission statement for Vogue world over is to be the consummate style fashion Bible. So we said, let's be the consummate fashion Bible, but with a masala quotient.
Indian customers are very sophisticated.
Fantastici, hanno veramente una predisposizione nel capire il bello.
Because you can see when they come in front of a product, they realize the quality, they know.
Nell'apprezzarlo, che è meraviglioso.
In India, there are some traditions that are very peculiar.
Wealthy women, for example, would wear a sari with a Jimmy Choo shoe and a Gucci handbag.
Which pretty much explains why all the foreign brands that have come into India first tend to launch with their accessories line. It's their accessories which tend to do very, very well, or even the men's clothing. Because men's clothing is a bit more classic, a bit more versatile. You can wear it to a wedding, you can wear it to work, you can wear it to a party.
A lady in a special occasion prefers to wear a sari.
One sari is so versatile. It can just last you for years and not go bad, and it's something you can pass down from one generation to another. Be it a family dinner, be it a wedding, be it Diwali, be it a card party, we will inevitably turn to Indian wear.
Indians are an extremely price-sensitive market.
Indian customers are more price-sensitive than Chinese customers.
Women are far more price-sensitive than men.
We are very, very value-conscious and price-conscious, and I think that is something which is a part of our genetic DNA.
Our richest customer will drive up to our store in a Rolls-Royce and compare prices to London and India. She would carry the Rolls-Royce back from London if she could.
Unusual to have even an affluent Indian woman asking for a discount and bargaining. I think it's just the people we are, that we don't mind spending money, but we definitely want to see the bang for our buck.
number of obstacles that don't permit to consider India a real market for luxury.
It would be the over-regularization by the government.
You need to get 300 permissions to go to the bathroom.
San Pellegrino mineral water can't be imported because the glass of the bottle is green and not transparent. We have now a scheme which is called the 51-49% scheme, and the foreign brand owner is entitled to own just to the 51% of the equity of the Indian company that can distribute.
In India, duties are very high.
It's at least 37%.
Import tax rates are between 20 and 40%.
And that makes the price differentials between the luxury brands available here and in Europe and in Asia almost at 20 to 30%.
To become more price competitive, we need to bring down pricing.
And there are a lot of brands that are absorbing those duties and are absorbing that difference, but yet it kind of cuts down the volumes. The first main obstacle would be the retail, the infrastructure.
There's a lack of proper luxury shopping areas.
We have all of 3 luxury malls, Emporio in Delhi, Palladium in Bombay, which is mixed luxury, I don't call it luxury, and UB City in Bangalore.
One is Delhi at the Emporium, and one is in Bangalore.
And we have a handful of hotels where they've converted some of their spaces into retail space.
Our first store here in Mumbai at the Hyatt Hotel.
We opened our first shop here in Mumbai at the Oberoi Hotel.
A Bombay avevamo aperto un grande punto vendita Fendi, poi purtroppo per i grandi problemi che ci sono in questo paese nel 2006 è stato aperto e nel 2008 è stato chiuso.
That is a large challenge. Brands that come to India need the right environment to sell and the adjacencies which are important too.
The rents that people have to pay, which kind of stops a lot of the big brands from coming here.
The rent, of the shops here to be very expensive, and in my opinion, too expensive.
The capital expenditure for opening a store in India is at least or around 25% higher than in China. In China, we have a sales volume per store which are from 5 to 10 times higher.
China is where we're making a lot of our money, and China is where we have all of our stores, but we feel that in the long run, India and we are going to have a longer marriage.
So there are a number of unpredictable obstacles.
The challenge now for India to make the big grow is to resolve these little problems here and there.
While China is probably a faster promise than India, India will be more durable, it will take longer.
The differences are quite small.
And Indians enjoy a level of education which is not comparable to the Chinese today. First, and then they're blessed by the fact that thanks to the British, they speak English, and as you know, in China, it's not a commodity at all.
Completely two diverse markets. They're completely two different psychologies of buyers. There are completely two different kinds of governments.
I believe that it's much more a matter of newspapers emphasizing the differences that in reality.
In China, they've had a cultural revolution. All of a sudden, women have been empowered to go out there and buy. So that's what they're doing. They're embracing it with huge gusto. They feel like, what if this never happens again? What if something changes in our government tomorrow? So they're going out there and they're going and stocking all the bags and all the lipsticks and everything. Again, even in terms of indigenous designers versus international designers, India has a very proud, very big Indian designer market, which China doesn't have. So for them, it's so much easier to embrace the international designers. For us, we are equally proud of our domestic market and are now trying to get out there and embrace all the international brands that are coming in.
I think that India and Italy have lots of similarities.
Trying, to get a new deal out of any purchase.
Love beautiful things, beautiful nature, and they enjoy it.
The pleasure of living, the pleasure of friendship, living in community, whatever it's based on the families or groups of friends.
A true, authentic tradition of craftsmanship. And craftsmanship which is relevant to the world. It's not just craftsmanship for our own use. As Italy has been able to export and then to colonize in a way with its own designs and its own craftsmen, I think that India has the same potential. It just needs more awareness. This is going to be the second, third, fourth largest market in the world in the next decade or so.
Is much more a long-term prospect than a real opportunity.
I think we are yet at that stage where fashion for us is either Indian or international. It's local or imported. I think we're still trying to come to terms with the finer nuances, that what's the difference in Italian tailoring, French layering, British textiles, New York styling. I think those nuances are yet lost on us.
On December 10 last year in Brussels, we had the official start of a negotiation for the definition of a free trade agreement between India and the European Union countries. And we hope that when this FTA agreement will be signed, we will see hopefully the dramatic reduction of import duties and also non-tariff barriers.